Welcome to the Springfield Township Board of Trustees meeting. It is January 12th, 2016 at about 5:35 p.m. Mr. Burning, may we please have the roll call?
Yes, Mr. Burning?
Present.
Ms. McFarland?
Present.
Mr. Hanalaw?
Present.
All the trustees are present.
Next, would everyone please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The first thing this evening, we have a couple of guests here that we want to hear from, and the first one will be Annie Wilkerson, who is the field representative for United States Representative Brad Winstrip.
Good evening. Thank you guys for having me. I apologize for my gym shoes. I'm having a knee issue, and I've been instructed to wear gym shoes for a couple of weeks. But I just wanted to come by. I try to come by at least once a year just to introduce myself to those who may not know me. Just to explain the services that our district office provides. In the district office, we do more of constituent services, such as helping out with veterans. We can help with VA claims, getting medals that might have been due to you or lost from previous service, or records in that matter. We also help with passports and visas. IRS, I know, is a huge one this past year. Social Security, Medicare, any federal agency that you could think of, we can be a conduit to those people. Sometimes it's difficult to find a person and actually get a response, so we can help facilitate that. As far as legislative concerns, those go to our DC office, but we can field those and send them on and pass on concerns. A couple of other things that I wanted to mention, on Friday, February 19th, we are going to be hosting a Veterans Job Fair. It will take place at the Anderson Center. In Anderson Township. Congressman Winstrip is going to be holding a field hearing on veterans hiring, economic opportunity, and then we'll follow that up with a veterans job fair. So we'll be sending out that invitation to anyone who might want to participate or know of any businesses who might want to participate in that. We're also going to start reaching out to high school students. We have a couple of things that pertain to them. We have our Service Academy nominations that we do every year for the different military academies. And then also we have a congressional art competition that we do every spring that applies to high school students, and they get their artwork displayed in the Capitol and get to take a trip to DC. It's kind of a neat thing they get to do. So we'll be pushing that information out as well. And just wanted to make sure you guys know who to contact in our office if you guys need anything. So thank you for having me.
Annie, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, next on our agenda, we have Megan Plassman and Warren Walker from Duke Energy Gas Operations.
Thank you, and we appreciate the opportunity to speak tonight. I'm Warren Walker. I'm the Community and Government Relations Liaison for Duke Energy, and you are. I'm proud to be your servant and the one throat to choke when you have issues with Duke Energy. You know, it's a huge company, but we live, work, and play in these same communities, and this partnership and accessibility to Duke Energy is very important to us. And we've got a special presentation tonight. Duke Energy is very concerned with making sure that we have reliable and safe power sources. And, you know, I always mention, you know, no one woke up this morning and said, boy, I hope I get to that meeting and the electric's on. Or, you know, I hope there's no gas issue. It's an assumption we make, right? We think, we wake up and we go to work and everything's supposed to work like it is supposed to. And Duke Energy spends a lot of resources and time into making sure that those things, that you don't have to think about it when you wake up every day. And we have a special presentation at Springfield Township today. And Megan Plassman, she's manager of gas field operations. She's going to make that presentation to you.
All right, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So for almost 180 years, Duke Energy Ohio has provided natural gas service to our customers in Southwest Ohio. Our constructive relationship with the communities has served as a critical component to our business. I am here tonight on behalf of Duke Energy Ohio to express our appreciation for continuing to increase the safety and reliability of natural gas services to our customers of over 400,000 and our communities. 15 years ago, Duke Energy Ohio embarked on a program to replace deteriorated facilities to reduce the risk for incidents. The program, approved by the Public Utility Commission of Ohio, consisted of replacing 1,200 miles of cast iron and bare steel mains and approximately 116,000 associated metallic services. We finished that program last year. We're extremely pleased to report that we reduced our leaks by 40%, and we completed that program on time and on budget. The program encouraged other major gas companies, both in and outside of Ohio, to implement similar programs to remove obstacles or obsolete natural gas facilities. As many of you personally observed, this was a significant undertaking, and we could not accomplish it without the collaboration of our communities and their residents. We greatly appreciate your patience through the construction and the restoration process. On behalf of Duke Energy Ohio, in commemoration of the completion of the Accelerated Main Replacement Program, I would like to present the Springfield Township with a gift of a clock to show our appreciation for the cooperation in helping us complete such a significant task. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You want us to come down, or? Appreciate it.
Now the fight begins as to whose office that gets to reside in.
I like that. Look at the front of it.
So, Megan, is this the pipe that replaced the old cast iron? Is that what the yellow is?
Our polyethylene pipe, which is our plastic pipe, so 8-inch or less, that's what we put in the ground. Anything above 8 inches is usually replaced back with steel, but it's coated steel, not bare steel.
I see. Okay, very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next we have a special recognition this evening, and it is for John Pennycuff from the school board. And Gwen, I believe you have some things that you would like to say.
I would be so honored. Hi, how are you, John? I just want to, on behalf of the Springfield Township Trustees, when you had your retirement at your last meeting, they had a special ceremony for you, and we had a meeting that night, so we were unable to attend. So we wanted to be able to really share with you how much we appreciated the work that you've done. And I could read on and on about this extraordinary man, but I'm going to do a cliff note. For the sake of time, I won't do it. But I think people need to know, those that don't know, just all the great things that you've done. So John served on the Board of Education of Winton Woods School District for 26 years. He was first elected to the Board of Education in 1989. He was re-elected 6 times, serving as its president for 10 years and vice president for 9 years. He was a persistent advocate of adding global focus of all courses. He was the leader of the successful effort in 2011 in creating the Academy of Global Studies as a unique school within the Winton Woods High School. I'm not going to read everything, but what I know about John personally, he has been a strong advocate for excellence when it comes to education. He has just done a fabulous job during the time that he served the students at Winton Woods School. And so we want to recognize you. We don't have a plaque tonight, but you will receive that. And you've just been a wonderful advocate and a great steward in our township and in the community as well. So we'd like to come down and shake your hand and just give you the honors.
Okay, next on our agenda this evening, we have approval of minutes from our November 10th, 2015 regular meeting, our November 24th, 2015 regular work session, the December 7th, 2015 work session special meeting, and the December 8th, 2015 regular meeting. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second it?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next this evening, Mr. Burning, do you have a report for us?
I do. I do not have exact figures because we are closing out not only the month of December, but the year of 2015. Those will be posted on our website as soon as they're available. But I do need request a motion for the approval of receipts and payroll expenditures for the period of ending 12/31/2015. Do I have that?
So moved.
Seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
And I just want to let everyone know, we'll have that, the financials up on our website as well as at the administration offices as soon as they're available and the year's closed out. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Burning. Next, moving on to departmental action and discussion items. Mr. Hennenkamp, do you have a report?
I do, Mr. Hunter-Law. I have 3 action items. The first is to seek the board's authorization to allow me to sign the memorandum of understanding with Waycross Media. This is the item we discussed during our work session, but essentially allows us to continue the agreement that we have with Waycross to provide the services they do, primarily cablecast of these meetings, and also making them available on the web, and then also cablecast of a variety of different types of special meetings and special events. So this is similar to essentially the exact same arrangement that we've had with Waycross, which was previously a 2-year agreement. This is also a 2-year agreement, so we're simply renewing the same terms for the next 2 years.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve the memorandum of understanding?
So moved.
Second it?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
The second item I have is to seek similar authorization for the board to allow me to enter into an agreement with the city of Mount Healthy. We're a little late in this agreement. I think we did this last year, earlier in the year, say about November. We got a little complacent with the weather being warm, but essentially what this agreement is, it's an agreement between the township and the city, which allows Mount Healthy to purchase salt, road salt, from the township according to the terms. Essentially, they're paying what we pay, and then any cost that we might incur at the end of the year due to an increase. But for the most part, same type of agreement that we've had previously, and just looking for the board's authorization to allow me to enter into that agreement.
So moved.
Seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
And I would just say, I like the way this agreement says, if salt goes up next year, we have to replace it, they have to pay the replacement cost.
A higher price.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't utilize a whole lot.
Right.
Generally, I think last year, maybe
Right around 300 tons.
300 tons. Right? Hopefully even less this year.
Don't jinx it.
I'm not going to do a Glenn McFarland.
I know, I wasn't gonna say
Talk
anything.
about that. The next item is also authorization allowing me to sign the retainer agreement for our legal counsel, Laura Abrams, with the retainer for the township. And there is also no change to this agreement from 2015. So this is essentially the
moved.
same agreement.
I second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
The next item I have was originally to seek the board's authorization to approve some new personnel policies. We have kind of just finalized the language on these, and I know we've just given the board a copy of those today, so I'm not looking for us to take any action. Most of these policies are actually new things. They're pretty, I would characterize as fairly minor type policies, but just some issues as we've gone through our personnel policy, some areas where we thought maybe some additional things needed to be added in some areas that we really didn't have current policies. We've been doing them in practice, but really didn't have the policy. So I would say at this point, simply want the board to review it and then look forward to taking action on these at our work session later this month. As I said, most of them don't cover, anything really a big substantial area. Most of them are just in some augmenting some areas where we didn't have any coverage. HR updates, primarily that. We do have one change in the service department, but that's consistent with the things that we've been talking about earlier as well. So at this point, no action necessary tonight, but would look to do that in our meeting at the end of the month during our work session. That is all the action items. Just as far as personnel updates, did accept the resignation of Josh Moves, who's a part-time paramedic firefighter. His effective date of resignation was December the 20th, 2015. We have hired a new building monitor in our senior community center. That is Rose Holland. Effective date of her hire was December the 14th. And I did accept the resignation of Brennan Watson as a full-time laborer in our service department. Effective date of his resignation was December the 18th, 2015. And our seasonal employee, Jerry Seifert, his seasonal term ended also on December the 18th, 2015 for this year. The only other item I would just note is, we probably should have maybe had Duke address this while they were here, but we simply wanted to make note that there are some rate increases that Duke has been approved for through PUCO. These are rates that affect distribution, so they're not actually on the energy, and given that we have a natural gas and electric aggregation program, I didn't want residents to see that increase and think that was a result of our program. It is not. This is something, regardless of who your supplier is, all customers of Duke will see this. It doesn't go into, it goes into all kinds of details. I don't know exactly what the amount is. Chris, I don't know if you want to.
It's actually to pay for the work that Megan was talking about. So it's
part of-
yeah, the main replacement program that she was referring to, someone has to pay for that work, right? So it's unfortunately going to be on the ratepayers of the Duke Energy service territory. So as Mike indicated, it doesn't.
Looks like it's about 84 cents.
84 cents a
Yeah.
month for resident
Right,
customers.
it's to pay for the yellow pipe that's on that clock. So she, that's exactly what it is. And it doesn't, as Mike said, it's not unique to our program. It's anyone who has Duke gas or electric that gets transmitted to their houses, they'll be paying for it. So.
I can see this creating some minor confusion for individuals who are in our program, and I think if we can just continue to reinforce to them that, that this is something across the board for everyone, but we're still saving them money with our aggregation program.
Yeah, this will show up on the portion of their bill. For those that really break down and look at their bill, it'll show up on the portion that's distribution, not the actual supply piece of that, so. And then Kim, I maybe ask Kim to bring us up to date on what's going on with community events and programs.
Thank you. We have 3 events coming up in the month of February. On February the 5th, Playhouse in the Park is returning to Springfield Township for a free show. They're going to be doing Antigone back at the Grove Banquet Hall, and that is a free community program. February the 20th, Arts Connect is doing our Daddy-Daughter Dance. At this time, we have 5 registrations available before we're sold out. And on February the 27th, we are part of the Macy's Arts Sampler weekend, and that is throughout all of Cincinnati. Macy's and Arts Wave has different free community events going on all over. They provide us with the entertainment, and we offer that to the community at our venue. On that day, we've got a children's concert with a performer named Zach Morgan. We have a wonderful band. It's the Tracy Walker Band. And then we have a group coming in who does dancing from the country of India. So they're called Celestial Dances of India. And that program is completely free. It's all day from 11 to 2:30 at the Grove on February 27th.
Is that a Saturday or a Sunday?
It is a Saturday,
Okay.
What was the day again?
February 27th.
Okay. Very good.
Mr. Honorable, that's all I have. I know the board has copies of the departmental activity reports, so unless there's any questions, that's all I have.
Okay. Moving on then to resolutions. The first resolution that we have this evening is Resolution 7, 2016, declaring nuisances pursuant to Ohio Revised Code Section 505.87 at various listed properties within Springfield Township and authorizing statutory actions necessary to abate the nuisances. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second it?
Mr. Bernie?
Aye.
Ms. McFarland?
Aye.
Mr. Honalaw?
Aye.
Resolution carries.
Next, we have Resolution number 8, 2016, establishing assessment for abatement of nuisance and certifying same to the Hamilton County Auditor. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second it?
Mr. Bernie?
Aye.
Ms. McFarland?
Aye.
Mr. Honalaw?
Aye.
Resolution carries.
Next, we have Resolution number 9, 2016, authorizing the filing of an application pursuant to Revised Code Section 2981.12 and Revised Code Section 3719.11 to authorize the destruction of property that has been surrendered, unclaimed, lost, abandoned, stolen, forfeited, or otherwise lawfully seized. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second it?
Mr. Bernie? Aye. Ms. McFarland?
Aye.
Mr. Honalaw?
Aye.
Resolution carries.
Do we have any old business before the board this evening?
I have none.
New business. Does anyone have any new business?
I have one. I would just like to congratulate our new chairperson, Joe Hunter Law, for
Thank you, Gwen.
2016, and also our vice chair, Mark Burney, for 2016 as our board vice chair. So again, 2016 is going to be a great year, just as 2015 was when I was the chairperson. All right? So again, it's an honor. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you, Gwen. I appreciate that.
Did you say congratulations or condolences?
Congratulations.
All right. Now we're coming to the citizens' participation part of the meeting. Is there anyone here that would like to address the board this evening? If there is, we would ask you step up to the podium, state your name and address. Any takers tonight? Yes. I think we have, yes, ma'am.
Aye. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hello.
My name is Deborah Harrell. I'm at 2051 3rd Avenue, West College Hill. We had a question from our civic association that we're just trying to get off the board. We had complained about some nuisances, particularly pit bulls being housed on a lot that does not have a home, a domicile on it. There's been several calls to the police department, SPCA, and listening to your resolutions that's been passed, do we fall under any of those resolutions as far as the nuisance go?
Well, Chris, you can address that if you would.
Yes.
This-
I'm familiar with the issue you're referring to. It isn't actually a nuisance under the law. It's actually a zoning violation.
Okay.
And we've issued citations as such. I actually recently spoke to the owner of that property as early as last week and informed him that he has basically less than 30 days in order to remove the dog kennels and the dogs and the fencing and everything, or he will be taken to housing court.
Okay.
So he's indicated that he's going to consult with an attorney, and I said, that's fine. I ask you to have your attorney call me. So I've yet to receive a phone call, but he has been sent a violation, and soon we'll be discussing with our law director to take him to housing court because it's a zoning violation, not a nuisance violation.
Okay, thank you.
Can I just
you know,
make a comment? I'm
go
concerned
ahead.
because it's an old issue, and the gentleman, I understand, doesn't even live there, they're just housed there. So he started with 6 dogs, and now he's up to 19 or 20, something like that.
Yes.
And nobody would want anything like that in their neighborhoods, and there should be, and I'm going to watch how I say this so I don't say anything, out of place, but I'm sure that if he does plan to pursue this more, that we have one of the greatest law clerks, Miss Abrams, and I'm sure she'll figure out some way that we can take care of it.
There's actually a video. I don't have it, but someone did video record it to show the increase in the number of kennels that's there now.
I have photographs as recent as yesterday. I had my inspector out there yesterday taking recent photographs.
Oh, great. Okay.
And Deborah, I would say today I received a phone call from the Hamilton County Prosecutor's Office, and they were asking me, they said there's an attorney who is calling about a zoning problem in Springfield Township, and I referred them to Laura Abrams, who is our attorney, and she'll get with that. I'm thinking that's what it's about.
There's a few of them in the hopper, so
Okay,
I don't
could
know.
be, okay.
When I get back to my office, there'll be a lot of voicemails.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else that would like to address the board this evening? Looking like there's not. Do we have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Seconded. Man, you guys are quick. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion, meeting's adjourned.
All right. Everyone, I want to thank you for coming out on this cold winter evening.